working to connect a region of over 600 million bridges between our lands.
Hello and welcome to ASEAN in Focus. I'm Maricar Velasco, delivering to you the latest news in and around the ASEAN region. On today's headlines, Indonesia has arrested nearly 200 people over vast forest fires ripping across the archipelago, police said Monday, as toxic haze sends air quality levels plummeting and sparks flight cancellations. 25 customs officers from 9 ASEAN member states participated in a 2-day training on the Precursors Incident Communication System and the project on incident communication systems on new psychoactive substances and non-medical synthetic opioids. The Film Development Council of the Philippines officially launched the celebration of the centennial year of Philippine cinema on Thursday with a grand gala at New Frontier Theater. Indonesia has arrested nearly 200 people over vast forest fires ripping across the archipelago, police said Monday, as toxic haze sends air quality levels plummeting and sparks flight cancellations. Jakarta has deployed thousands of personnel to battle blazes that are turning land into charred landscapes and consuming forest in Sumatra and Borneo Islands, where thousands of schools have been shut over health fears. The fires, usually started by illegal burning to clear land for farming, have unleashed choking haze across Southeast Asia, triggering diplomatic tensions with Indonesia's neighbors. On Monday, authorities said they had arrested some 185 people suspected of being involved in activities that led to out-of-control fires sweeping the country. National Police spokesman Dedi Prasetyo told reporters in Jakarta, Indonesia's police will enforce the law against anyone who is proven to have carried out forest and land burning, whether it was done intentionally or through negligence, adding this is a last resort and that the most important thing is prevention. Moreover, he said 4 corporations were also being investigated. Last week, Indonesia sealed off dozens of plantations where smog-belching fires were blazing and warned that owners, including Malaysia and Singapore-based firms, could face criminal charges if there was evidence of illegal burning. Some of the most serious fires occur in peatlands, which are highly combustible when drained of water to be converted into agricultural plantations. In connection to this, hundreds of flights have been affected by thick haze caused by the forest fires in Indonesia.
Welcome. Sila, saya sudah tanggal 15. Besok masih bisa, kalau besok tidak bisa.
Members of the political opposition always find fault in the language of President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, Malacanang said on Thursday. This after Vice President Leni Robredo asked presidential spokesperson and Chief Presidential Legal Counsel Salvador Espanelo to talk first with the chief executive before issuing official statements from the palace.
Firstly, we talk before I issue a statement. Secondly, the problem with them is that they do not listen to official statements issued by this office. You remember that when we were in China,
Panelo clarified that he read first the transcript containing the language used by Duterte when the president conveyed his message on the arbitral ruling to Chinese President Xi Jinping when the two leaders met in Beijing last August 29.
In fact, that was read again by Mr. Locsin in the Senate. It's the same message. They're always finding fault to what the president says. When he makes an official statement, that is the statement.
He also reiterated that what Duterte meant with setting aside the arbitral ruling was that aside from the maritime or territorial dispute, there are other concerns that may first be discussed that would be beneficial to the Philippines and China.
Now he speaks of a setting aside. What he really meant was just lay it aside for a while. As he said repeatedly, there was an agreement to peacefully negotiate, but we have to talk with other concerns that are mutually beneficial to both countries. They're always finding fault to the language of the president. They're not listening to what he has made officially in many statements he made after the visit.
Last Friday, Panelo said Duterte would never abandon the Permanent Court of Arbitration's verdict favoring the Philippines arbitration case against China's 9-line map, which covers nearly the entire South China Sea. Philippine police have arrested more than 270 Chinese nationals in a raid on a gang wanted over a vast investment fraud that cost victims in China millions of dollars, authorities said Friday. Agents swooped on an office building in the capital Manila on Wednesday to take 4 suspects into custody in connection with 100 million yuan or $14 million scam, but stumbled upon many more. Immigration authorities said without elaborating. The operation then yielded the incidental arrest of 273 other Chinese nationals who were caught in the act of conducting illegal online operations. Further checking revealed those suspects who did not have proper papers to be in the Philippines were also wanted by Chinese authorities over a large-scale investment scam. A total of 277 people were taken into custody in the operation that Philippine officials carried out in conjunction with Chinese authorities. The influx has had a mixed impact in the Philippines, with authorities suspecting many of the arrivals are working illegally in the online gambling industry. More than half of the 147 tigers confiscated from a controversial Thai temple have died, park officials said Monday, blaming genetic problems linked to inbreeding at the once money-spinning tourist attraction. For years, the Wat Pa Luang Tabwa temple in the western province of Kanchanaburi pulled tourist hoarders who could be photographed for a fee next to scores of tigers. But in 2016, park officials began a lengthy operation to remove the big cats amid allegations of mismanagement and claims the creatures were being exploited. Dozens of dead cubs were found kept in freezers, sparking claims the carcasses were being sold by a temple rumored to have raked in hundreds of thousands of dollars each year from visitors. Tiger parts can fetch enormous sums in China and Vietnam, where they are falsely believed to have medicinal properties. The surviving adults were taken to 2 breeding stations in nearby Ratchaburi province, but only 61 of the 147 have survived so far, parks officials told reporters. Patarapol Manion of the Department of National Parks, Wildlife and Plant Conservation said it could be linked to inbreeding.
อันดับแรกอันดับต้นเนี่ยมีปัญหาเรื่องของพันธุกรรมโดยสภาพตัวสัตว์เองที่มาจากจำนวนต้นพันธุ์ที่น้อยที่มันส่งผลต่อสุขภาพตัวเขาเองทำให้ร่างกายเขาไม่สมบูรณ์อ่อนแอนะครับซึ่ง
Many suffered from tongue paralysis, breathing problems, and lack of appetite that led to fatal seizures.
นะครับจำนวน85ตัวนะครับแล้วก็ตายไป54ตัวนะครับก็คงเหลือ31ตัวในสถานีเพาะเลี้ยงสัตว์ป่าเขาทับช้างเนี่ยเป็นเสือที่มาจากวัดหลวงตานะครับจริงๆก็มีเสือโคร่งอื่นอยู่ด้วยนะครับอีกอันก็คือสถานีเพาะเลี้ยงสัตว์ป่าเขาสนเนี่ยรับมา62ตัวนะครับแล้วก็ตายไป32ก็เหลือ30นะครับ
Net25 is now available on OSN, the largest entertainment network in the Middle East and North Africa.
Watch your favorite Net25 shows on OSN channel 725, same day as the Philippines.
Net25 shows live and on demand
Anytime, anywhere.
on any mobile device on OSN Play.
Hi, I am Teacher Sally and this is Kid Kwento, one of Net25 Kids' online shows. Kid Kwento is now on TV. You can watch us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4 to 4:30 p.m. Also watch Anong Sa Inyo with Ate DJ every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 4 to 4:30 p.m. Sa Kid Kwento, ang aming motto ay, let's all read to succeed! Hooray! Kita-kita tayo ha! Bye-bye!
Welcome back. 25 customs officers from 9 ASEAN member states participated in a 2-day training on the Precursors Incident Communication System and the projects on Incident Communication System on new psychoactive substances and non-medical synthetic opioids. Organized and supported by the International Narcotics Control Board on the 10th and 11th of September in Jakarta, Indonesia, the training was officiated by INCB Program Manager Fumio Ito, Drew G. Engel, Advisor on Prosecution of Forestry-Related Organized Crime of the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, and Syarif Hidayat, Director of International and Public Affairs, Directorate General of Customs and Excise of Indonesia. In his remarks, Hidayat thanked the INCB for the opportunity given to ASEAN customs officers to participate in the training. He believed that the training will enhance the participants' knowledge on the implementation of the program, analytical and technical ability of custom personnel, and on most current issues of transnational organized crime, illicit trade of drugs, their production and distribution, precursors, and synthetic chemicals. He hoped that this program could help ASEAN in boosting its contribution to the protection of world trade, security, and justice, to make the world safer and to improve the global supply chain security with emphasis on the regional trade. More than 70 diplomatic representatives, including permanent representatives and ambassadors to ASEAN, attended the briefing conducted by Dato Lim Joe Koy, ASEAN Secretary General, following the conclusion of the 51st ASEAN Economic Ministers meeting and related meetings held in Bangkok on the 6th to the 10th of September 2019. In his briefing, Dato Lim Joe Koy shared the progress of the 13 priority economic deliverables for Thailand's ASEAN chairmanship under the theme of Advancing Partnership for Sustainability, the ongoing work on the Fourth Industrial Revolution, the regional economic outlook, and relevant global developments, updates on the RCEP negotiations, updates on the ASEAN's +1 FTAs and cooperation with dialogues partners, and updates on the AEM's engagement with the private sector. Dato Lim Joe Koy highlighted that the ASEAN is one of the few bright spots in the global economy amidst rising uncertainties, and the region is determined to further progress on its economic integration agenda, including to timely conclude the RCEP negotiations and by preparing for the 4IR. The questions and answers session was held after the briefing focused on ASEAN's ongoing work in promoting intra-ASEAN trade and investment linkages, the prospect of concluding the RCEP negotiations as targeted, the next steps on ASEAN's work on the 4IR, and progress in the ASEAN Smart Cities Network. EBC Films releases official soundtrack of Guerrero. The launch was simulcast with EBC's Los Angeles Bureau.
Ganun daw talaga. Ang mga bida, palaging talo sa umpisa.
The soundtrack of the film Guerrero was successfully launched at the Eagle Broadcasting Corporation yesterday. Mr. Ernie Magduto, head of EBC Music Department, said the aim of the record label is to support original Filipino music.
Awit na may positibong values, no? mga awit na magpo-promote ng mga Christian values na talagang ito ay may positibong pananaw at sana ay maisulong ito hindi lamang dito sa Pilipinas kundi maging sa iba't ibang bahagi pa sa iba't ibang bansa. Sana ay matangkilik ito ng mas nakararami pang tagapakinig at mga music enthusiasts.
4 songs were released online under the record label of EBC Music.
Inspiration dun sa mga song is yung message din kung ano yung message ng pelikula na ayun nga parang hindi na to yung time para mapagod kasi alam natin malapit na tayo dun sa victory na sinasabi natin, malapit na tayo na matupad yung goal natin, matupad yung dream natin.
Kuya, nabangan niyo po. Sana po suportahan po natin at
Giving life to their music is Rapido, Joycel Cabandong, and Davy Langit, who are already in the original soundtrack of Guerrero.
Official launch ng video, ng movie, doon ko pa lang siya nagawa. Parang kailangan kong matapos within one night only na ginawa namin yon. So natapos namin, then in the morning, napasa ko yung files kay Direk Carlo. So yun, nagulat siya, parang mismong araw na yun, nag-decide siya na ito na yung gamitin nating official soundtrack. So, sobrang blessed ako, naging part ako ng project na to. And syempre, pinaghugutan namin about the story. Before na ginawa namin yung song, nag-backread muna ako about sa story ng movie. Then, may konting spoil nga na nangyari, pero at the end naman, naging okay naman yung song. So, sobrang nagpapasalamat ako kay Direk for giving me an opportunity na maging part ako ng official soundtrack ng Guerrero Part 1.
Sobrang saya, and at the same time, before hindi talaga po ako nagsusolo, especially yung pagiging acoustic singer, hindi talaga ganun before. But since yun nga, nabigyan tayo ng chance na maging si Abby sa Guerrero, doon na nag-start yung into singing. So parang doon din ako, parang hindi ko din in-expect na makakapag-solo ako. And then, yung nandyan, ayun, syempre, masayang-masaya. Kasi yung meaning ng song, sobrang nakaka-inspire, regardless kung it's about your family, your loved ones, or yung love life mo. Yun, ganun. Kaya, ayun, masayang-masaya po. And this time, sa Guerrero 2, yung isang song is yung Hold On. Part din siya ng Guerrero 1, but this time, hindi siya ganun na focus with Guerrero 1 since marami rin tayong soundtracks po ng Guerrero 1 yung nandyan, sa yung tabi. But this time, yung Hold On, para kasing isa siya sa mga kanta na magtuturo sa'yo kung paano nga ba talaga mag-hold on sa buhay despite of the sufferings or problems na na-encounter natin sa buhay.
Everybody say, sulong, sulong, sa pagsalubong.
A soft launch was also held for the official theme song of Guerrero 2, Tuloy ang Laban, sung and performed by Rapido and the film's own director, Carlo Ortega Cuevas.
Sabay-sabay na isigaw. Sabay-sabay na isigaw. Tuloy ang laban.
Actually, when you make music for movies, you just watch the movie, know the story. While you're watching, then you can feel, what's going on. You can create music out of the scene you're watching, ganun po. Na wala pa kaming, siguro while I was doing this, wala akong ginawa kundi umiyak ng umiyak. Nakakaiyak yung movie habang ginagawa ko.
Ang release ng original soundtrack, halos sasabay natin siya sa release ng movie. So, ang premiere kasi ng Guerrero 2 is October 29. So, right after that, lalabas natin yung mga soundtracks. Saan po to? Saan? Yung premiere ng Guerrero 2 ay sa Mega Mall. So, in October 29.
Pusong nang gigigil, hindi titigil. Na maniwala, di ka dapat mabahala, manatili ka mapapala, gumingala.
The song lineup of Guerrero can be heard in major digital platforms like iTunes, Amazon Music, Deezer, at Google Play, and Spotify.
May paninindigan, sulong-sulong sa pagsalubong, sa tagumpay kay tagal na hinintay. Wala na sanang ayaw ngayon.
ABC correspondent from Vancouver, Canada, and I am standing here in front of the Olympic Cauldron located in downtown Vancouver. Did you know that the 2010 Winter Olympic was hosted in Vancouver? Make sure to tune in to Digital Nest every Tuesday and Thursday at 7:30 p.m. I am Lou Aquino, and I am 1 with 25.
Welcome back. The Film Development Council of the Philippines, or FDCPA, officially launched the celebration of the centennial year of Philippine cinema on Thursday with a grand gala at New Frontier Theater.
Ricardo here reporting from Cine Sandaan, celebrating 100 years of Philippine cinema. Over here at New Frontier Theater in Araneta Center, Quezon City.
Film Development Council of the Philippines, or FDCP, rolled out the red carpet Hollywood style on September the 12th, 2019 at the New Frontier Theater in Araneta Center, Cubao, Quezon City. The honorees, living legends, and icons of the Philippine cinema walked the red carpet, taking a trip down memory lane during the Cine Sandaan, celebrating the luminaries of the Philippine cinemas, 100 years as the New Frontier Theater is transformed to an Art Deco cinema as an homage to the standalone theaters during the golden age of Philippine cinema.
Oh, I'm very honored. I feel so elated, syempre, that si Miss Lisa Dino Segura thought of me as one of the luminaries in the industry and thought of giving me this award. Very much appreciated.
Just the inspiration of bringing back that glitz and glamour that, you know, is associated with Philippine cinema. And as we celebrate 100 years, I want to bring everyone together and just, you know, share it together. Gusto kong sana magkita-kita ang lahat, you know, mag-usap ulit and to just, enjoy and celebrate na nakarating tayo sa 100 years.
That's right, that's right. Dominated the 100 years. Ikaw yun.
Hindi naman, lahat naman. Nagkataon lang na nabigyan lang ako ng magagandang proyekto at nabigyan ako ng magagaling mga direktor at nabigyan ako ng mga magaganda at nagmamahal ng mga fans.
Proud and happy. Wow, ibang klase to. Iba yung nararamdaman ko today kasi never kong in-expecto na maka-attend ako ng 100 dito sa industriya natin.
Alam mo, nakaka-overwhelm kasi itong setup pa lang na ito, modesty aside, ang dami ko nang na-attendan na international festivals, no? Yung mag-gather lahat ng mga actors sa isang klase na venue and then ihatid ng mga luxury cars sa red carpet. Ganito ang setup. For the first time naranasan ko dito sa Pilipinas, nakaka-overwhelm. So I'm really very thankful.
Well, it's an honor and it's a privilege for me to be part of this kasi I know you go there and you just work and you don't think that your work is being recognized. So I'm glad that I'm being recognized as someone who is part of this industry for the past. I mean, and it's been around for 100 years, so it's nice that we're celebrating it this way.
What a night to remember over here at Cine Sandaan, celebrating 100 years of Philippine cinema. And we interviewed the honorees, luminaries. This is MJ Ricardo. I am 1 with 25.
And that is the latest news in the Southeast Asian nations. Stay updated about the ASEAN region. I'm Maricar Velasco and I am 1 with 25.